unique things about Winterville, North Carolina.
But first, let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call, text, and emails all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. No question is too shy. And don't forget to get our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the comments below.
Exactly. The last video, basically, we talked about different income kind of portfolio of the people that live in Winterville and the housing that we have the last 2 years. Now we're gonna niche toward today about unique things that you should know about Winterville.
Right, we're gonna do a little series on all of these, but really these are kind of fun parts of our towns that are just not necessarily something that you would have a whole YouTube video on, and we wanted to make a YouTube video so you would know what's going on in our little area. So number one is basically the position of the Winterville. Of course, as we know, Winterville in Eastern Pitt County, North Carolina, and also it has a connectivity via major highways like US 264. Well, we're actually, something I'm going to mention is Winterville is pretty much part of Greenville, and we do not have like I-95s, but we are getting them. And we've had one already connected to our area, and now there are two more coming in the next 2 years, which is really exciting. It means that we're going to actually be in an area which is actually drivable by the interstates, which we did not have before.
Exactly. And do we want to add anything else?
Yeah, well, you were talking about how we can get to the beach, though.
Yes.
And yet we're not in a flood zone, so it's nice that we're, easy access to the beach, 80 miles. We still have the urban center of Greenville. Exactly. And we have a nice little location. So we love our uniquely situated place very much.
Exactly. The second thing that we wanted to talk about, really the history of Winterville, North Carolina.
Right, now, obviously, this was agricultural in its history. We do have some sites that are reserved. The Winterville Depot is the coolest thing, which is like a rail station, which is kind of the town's history on the rail station.
Yes.
We're part of the Shawarki Trail. I'm sorry,
Shawarki Trail.
Which was a former rail path that brought you all the way down. And then also, we have a great little... when you have the tree lighting and Christmas tree lighting, you also have like historic homes that are Christmas decorated. You get to see the town's past, all lighted up and beautiful. Exactly.
Therefore, you can decorate festively homes. And the third thing was the green oasis and basically Oasis and park and recreation centers that we have in Winterville, North Carolina.
So if you're looking to recreational sports, you're looking for soccer, baseball, those are pretty common around here. Soccer, baseball, softball. That's what I was forgetting, softball. Those are pretty much prime for family. You can do it there, adult teams, winter and kids teams. So we have all of that here. And what else? And
also we have Winterville's community garden, which is situated in the town center, that offers residents and the space to grow their own produced flowers, and basically makes the community more beautiful.
Right. Another thing to talk about Winterville, of course, is schools. I'm not going to talk about just elementary or high school. We're also going to talk about college as well in this little section. Because, yes, we are part of Pitt County, which means the Pitt County school systems controls the elementary schools and the high schools. And the ones around here are Creekside, Wintergreen, South Central High School are typically the ones that you have in Winterville. But also you do have, situations to where you are in Pitt County. So if you need your child to get somewhere else because they have the better services, you can, transfer around. It's not that. And then also, want to talk about Pitt Community?
Yes, and we are really close to Pitt Community College, and residents definitely have access to higher education and more than 25 different programs, including the construction
I was actually going to mention the same thing.
We were impressed when we moved here, which is really nice in Pitt Community College.
Now, we both came from a teaching and education backgrounds, right? So when we saw that they were actually teaching a needed skill to people in this community college, and it wasn't just accounting for someone who's never going to be an accountant, it was really interesting to me because I was like, that's a really good thing that you do not see. And most of the colleges that we taught at did not teach like a trade skill, and having that there, I think, is a boon.
And of course, you have also access to Eastern Carolina University or ECU here.
Yeah.
And super close by here. And the second thing, the next one is basically we wanted to talk about attraction, festival, and cultural venues in Winterville, North Carolina.
The first one we're going to mention is the Watermelon Festival, because it's the watermelon eating contest, national music, a road race. You can kind of see so much stuff happening at the Watermelon Festival that we have here, and it's unique. I didn't even know what a watermelon festival was, where we celebrated watermelons, but it's a fun thing. For the kids.
The second thing we wanted to talk about, a Spectrum Art Gallery and the Winterville Historical Arts and Society that offers basically a window into the local culture with the art and exhibition and workshop and basically historical displays, which is super important for the education of your kids.
And then also you have your annual Christmas tree lighting that I talked about before, the Christmas parade. So you do have all of this stuff that happens down on Main Street and that you can kind of see. And we do have this traditional old school Main Street, which is not something every city has, even though I saw it in many movies.
Exactly. And the last one, we wanted to mention also the Winterville.
Businesses?
Yes.
Well, we talked about in a different video about income. Many people here we're a suburb of Greenville, so you have all of the city life of Greenville. But here in Winterville, you see that incomes are a little higher. It's just what it is. But you still have tons of locality, things that you wouldn't have anyplace else. So you don't just have big businesses. You have the Dixie Queen Seafood Restaurant. You have independent restaurants, independent chains that are just kind of make the food really good. We
have actually a video about the employers, major employers in Winterville, North Carolina, that you definitely can watch that.
And last thing we're going to say is Winterville is one of those places to where we always wave at you around here. And then it's a nice atmosphere. If you don't wave, we know that you're not from the area. Also, there's community events like Halloween trick or treat. When I did not want to egg my yard outside, I had someone come and egg my yard for Easter. There's also night out, so you can just have, and then we also have we have groups. There's groups around here.
And there are some local organization as Kiwanis and the Winterville Garden Club.
And these are just a few. There's many more that he just kind of threw out there. And if you want to get involved for community involvement, we have everything here, and I love it here. So, yes. I'd love to talk to you all about it.
And I hope this video and podcast was useful, and see you in the next podcast video. Don't forget to subscribe or call us at 252-327-3357, and have a blessed day.